I'm afraid the old problem raises its ugly head again. Rosie Hudson's son Samuel is a year old next week.
Have welfare come up with the foster parents yet?
Yes, they'll be here on the day. These are the details. Does Rosie understand what's going to happen?
I think so. She's been here long enough.
Nevertheless, it's surprising how often they don't know. It's a subject the women don't like talking about. Therefore, the grapevine doesn't work with its usual efficiency. Well, I'll leave you to make the arrangements. Oh, and Vera, treat her gently. It's a terrible thing to have your child taken away from you.
Just what do you think I am, Mrs. Davidson? Some kind of monster?
We went to see a friend of Doreen's, a Miss McBride. Do you know her?
No.
She hid Doreen when she escaped. She was apparently very old. She died a couple of months ago.
How did Doreen take it?
Very calmly. The young have that attitude toward death, as if it could never happen to them.
Yes, Doreen's had a lot of practice at losing people.
Perhaps too much. That's why I mustn't get too close to her.
Well, why do you keep hanging around?
It won't be for much longer. I just want to make sure she's all right. You see, I've got terminal cancer.
I'm sorry I haven't been more understanding.
How could you be? You didn't know. At least now you understand that I had Doreen's best interests at heart. In the beginning, I was sure I didn't want to see her again, just get the money to her. Thank you. It's so easy to get emotionally involved.
She is your daughter.
That's not much of an excuse after all this time. And now I want to do something more than just get rid of a guilty conscience. Has she ever expressed any interest in a career, something she could train for?
She does have quite a flair for art.
I don't think I want to encourage her talent for forgery. What about a technical course?
Oh, I don't think she's ready to mix with people on a day-to-day basis just yet.
No, but
Oh, you still here?
I was just leaving.
You ever coming back again?
I may do. Why?
I wouldn't mind going out to the country again.
I'm sure that could be arranged. Goodbye, Karen. Goodbye, Doreen. I hope to see you again soon.
Yeah, sure. See ya. Gee, she's funny.
Shh. What do you mean she's funny?
I thought she was going to kiss me.
Don't you like her?
She's okay. She's got a lot of dough, hasn't she?
She seems quite well off.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't mind if she spent a bit of it on me. I reckon she'd be a soft touch.
Hello, Rosie. He's getting to be a big boy, isn't he?
Whole-year-old day after tomorrow.
You remember what we were talking about last week? Rosie? About leaving on Sammy's birthday.
Oh, yeah. Then we'll all be together. Mummy, Daddy and Sammy.
I thought you weren't married.
Oh, I'm not. He's got a father. Hasn't been to see us since we've been inside. We'll find him when we get out.
Listen, Rosie. When a baby turns a year old, it has to be taken out of prison. That's the rule.
I know that. It's a nice birthday present.
But you won't be going with him.
What do you mean?
They'll be taking Sammy away from you.
Oh, come on. No, I wouldn't do that. If they did, I'd kill myself.
You waiting to see the governor?
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
Oh, I think she wants me to see that psychiatrist again.
Is he here now?
No, he's coming tomorrow. Be a waste of time.
What are you doing here?
I want to see the governor.
Inside. Mrs. Davidson hasn't got all day.
Do you think Roz is likely to be long?
That's none of your business. Now get back to work before I report you.
What about seeing the governor?
You know the rules. If you want to see her, you apply before 9 o'clock.
I know, but this is urgent. Can't you ask her? I have to see her today.
She will be leaving immediately. She's seen Coulson.
Thanks, Miss Bennett.
But you can see I'm not crazy.
We're talking about temporary insanity.
I knew perfectly well what I was doing. I won't say otherwise.
Do you realize how severe a sentence you're facing?
Look, I've thought about this a lot. Everybody knew Antonia McNally killed my mother. The only reason she got off was because she terrified that witness into keeping quiet. The court couldn't do anything, so I did it for them.
You took the law into your own hands.
Something like that.
Whilst some people may recognize the motive, the law does not permit summary justice.
I thought that was what the law was all about. Justice.
It is. But you are being charged with an extremely serious crime. This is the way the court will deal with it, unless there is some mitigating circumstance.
What more mitigating circumstance could there be? McNally was going to get away with murdering my mother.
It was not your place to punish her.
Nobody else would.
If you would just show some remorse.
But I'm not sorry. Why should I be? McNally deserved to die.
If you would just see the psychiatrist.
No.
Very well, Miss Bennett. Take her back to the laundry.
Right.
Would it be all right if I went to the library first, Mrs. Davidson?
Muster's in half an hour.
I only want to borrow a book.
Very well.
I don't think that
Take Coulson to the library, Miss Bennett. Wendy, would you inform the department we will not be requiring the psychiatrist in the morning? Thank you.
Do you really think the court's going to buy that rubbish?
What rubbish?
That you were justified in killing someone because they killed your mother?
You think that's unreasonable, do you?
It's not my opinion that counts.
What would you do if someone killed your mother? Well, what would you do? Get down on your hands and knees and thank them?
Murder is a very serious crime, whatever the motive. McNally might have been someone's mother, too. Have you thought of that?
I bet you wept tears of blood when they abolished hanging.
What's going on?
Miss Bennett was just telling me how much she'd like the death penalty brought back.
Really? Why aren't you in the laundry?
Mrs. Davidson said I'd go to the library.
Well, get on with it then. I'd like a word with you, please, Miss Bennett.
Are you playing favourites again, Mr. Fletcher?
Harassing the inmates is both pointless and stupid.
I was merely explaining that filial affection does not constitute an acceptable defence in a court of law.
Perhaps if you had a family, you'd understand.
Hello, Pat. What can I do for you?
It's about Rosie Hudson. They're taking her baby away the day after tomorrow.
Yes, it must be a year old now. How's Rosie taking the news?
She just won't believe it. She says if they try to take Sam away from her, she'll kill herself. She means it, Doctor. You've got to let her keep the baby.
Well, it's a bit out of my province, I'm afraid, but I'll speak to Mrs. Davidson.
She's gone home.
I'll have to wait till tomorrow, then.
It can't wait. We've got to do something about it now.